How's everybody doing today? I want to welcome you to a Gold Label McFarlane Collection DC Multiverse Robin. And as we can see here, he is a pretty cool looking figure. It looks like he comes with some sort of katana, 4 extra hands, a little dagger or spike, and it looks like he's got a card in the back. It says on the side, Robin DC vs. Vampires, which is the set that he's from. As we turn around to the back, it's got that really cool comic book style artwork. I love this. I love these pictures. After opening the boxes, I always save them just because I like the artwork on the back so much. And I've just got a stack of empty boxes that I got to figure out something to do with. But Robin's a really cool character. We're going to go ahead and dive in, get him cut out of this box. Sharp knife comes in handy, but you definitely want to be careful. Try not to cut your little fingies. And then as usual, we have a figure stand and his little card in the box there, which I will pull out in a little bit and we will take a look at that. Stuff just falling everywhere. But first we want to get this figure out of the box. And it looks like we've got some tape on the sword. Just go ahead and peel off the bottom, pull it out of the top. We got tape on the additional hands and tape on the little dagger. Be careful pulling these out of here. We don't want to break any fingers. And it looks like maybe just one band here. Right, go ahead and throw that down as well. Get these hands apart from the bands. And let's get Robin set up here. See if we can get him to stand real quick while I get his figure stand out. The last Robin I unboxed also gave me a little bit of trouble. They're such small figures, they do really kind of require that figure stand. We'll be right back in just a minute. I'm going to go ahead and put him on his figure stand, pose him up with some of his accessories, take a closer look at him, and go over his articulation. Alright, so here we've got Robin pulled out of the package. I've got him posed up on the figure stand. I went ahead and just put the little, the wooden spike, stake through the heart. Since he is a DC vs. Vampires Vampire edition of Robin, I thought he would look best with the spike. I'm probably going to not use this weapon with him. It'll probably just get set to the side, maybe use it with a different character or something. I just don't envision it with Robin, and it just doesn't seem like it fits real well with the way this character's laid out. However, the stake is perfect, and I'm definitely going to keep that in his hand, which kind of limits some of the other things that he's got going on since I'm going to have them set up like this. But I'll just go ahead and show you. He does come with a right open hand. And as usual, the sculpt is really killer. McFarlane does a great job on all the detail on here. He also comes with a fisted hand in case he needs to punch somebody. You know, Robin's not above that physical violence if he has to. Then we have a left-hand grabber hand in case you wanted to hold the sword as well as the spike there, or the stake, whatever we want to call it. I feel like it could be either a spike or a stake. And then we do have a left-hand pointer finger, which I considered putting on. Kind of like he's pointing, but I do like the fist. I like the look of him right here, basically just posed up just like this. And this is probably how I'm going to keep him posed. And then I'll just rotate him over to my DC shelf. As usual, he came with a card. It says Robin DC vs. Vampires. If we spin it around onto the back, Robin, DC vs. Vampires data file, real name Damian Wayne. From orphaned circus daredevil Dick Grayson to troubled teen Jason Todd to the overachieving Tim Drake, the mask of Robin is now worn by Bruce Wayne's own son Damian, a rebellious troublemaker who's been trained by assassins since birth. With a lethal skill set and a marginal sense of mercy, Robin no longer needs Batman to protect him from criminals. Ooh, so we've got the rebellious son of Batman now playing Robin. And as I always do, I'm going to go ahead and just show you, I always put my cards in here. It just keeps them good, keeps them safe, keeps the ends from getting dog-eared. The cards don't get bent up. Things don't get spilled on them. It does a really good job protecting them. I get these at Walmart. You can get them at Walmart, Target, Meijer, basically any of those places. I think I got mine at Walmart. And the pack looks like this when you pick it up. It just comes with 35 top loaders. So as you can see, we've only put a small dent in this pack of them, but look forward to using every single one. We're going to go ahead and pull in on Robin now and take a closer look at his articulation, and then we will compare him with some of the other DC Multiverse figures. All right, now that we are in here, we can see Robin does look to the left. He does look to the right. He can look pretty far down, and he can look up pretty well too. I'm really happy with the articulation on a lot of these figures. The ones that don't have the super long hair have really good articulation, and the detail on these guys are just absolutely amazing. His shoulder armor here is going to hinder his arms from being able to raise too much. They can go up. You can kind of feel them snap into place. They will turn all the way around. He does have this little tiny double jointed elbow. It's just the cutest little thing, right? This is such a tiny little joints. As far as his diaphragm, it feels like he does have a ball joint somewhere right around in here is what I would guess. As far as his waist, he turns, does he turn 360? I don't want to force it because I don't want to break it. Splits, doing the splits to make Jean-Claude Van Damme jealous here. We've got the straight horizontal, almost inverted split there. We come down, we do not have a thigh cut here, but we have a double jointed knee. And let's go ahead and push his arm up a little bit just so you can see this a little better. So there we go. It is jointed right around there. You can see 1 pin, 2 pin, and it bends right around. Pretty stiff. It holds its articulation well. I suppose that's in case you want to pose him up doing like a ninja kick or something. He would stand up just like that. Not that that's the ninja kick that you want him to be doing, but he can do it. He will rotate at the ankle here. He does have a little bit of up and down articulation as well as side to side, but not a whole lot. He does have on the, it looks like the Ultimate Warrior symbol here, but it's just a little bit. But he does have the toe articulation also, and you can see they forgot to stick a green pin in there and put a black one in instead. I wish they would just always match that up, but the shoes are one thing that's normally lacking. Like, he could have had way more detail in his shoes. As great as this figure looks, he could have just had a little more separation of color down here in the shoes, but we are not going to be complaining about it. I actually like this Robin figure. He's really cool. Super happy to have him. Take a quick look at him from the back. And there he is. All right, so I am going to pull down some other figures. We're going to set them up beside him here just so you can kind of take a look at his scale. And then we'll move on to our final thoughts. All right, we kind of pulled those guys down off of the DC little shelf over here where I've been putting some recent unboxing stuff. We just did the Dark Father set of 4, which did include the Robin King and this Batman, as well as Superman and Wonder Woman over here. I'm not sure if they're going to be in the frame or not once I actually get this bad boy edited up. But as you can see here, the scale holds true. He is basically the same height as Robin King, which is supposed to be another version of Batman while he's younger. So If you're into that whole story with the death metal story, so you can see that the Robins do scale very similar. Thickness in arms, legs, everything real similar. I do not think they used the same joint system though, because he did have some single jointed elbows and things on him. He was a little lackluster when it came to the articulation, but this Robin right here was awesome, hands down, all around a great figure as far as appearance, mold, sculpt, articulation. He works really well. The only thing that he can't really do well would be stand without the figure stand, but most of the small feet, little scrawny people are like that. I don't mean to say that negatively. Most of the small feet, skinnier figures don't do as good a job standing. Normally, I would assume that's because their feet are smaller, so it doesn't provide a big enough platform to hold their body up. That's just my thoughts. One thing I did notice on the back of his card, I just wanted to bring out real quick. It had been telling like a little bio down here with their height and weight and stuff like that, but it is not on here on this Robin. So the Damian Wayne Robin is missing a little bit of its stats. But that's it for this one, guys. Let me know what you think. Who's your favorite Robin so far out of the two that we got down here? We've got Robin King, and then we have the Vampire Robin. And I'm going to have to say I definitely like the Vampire Robin. I like the red and green, the traditional look to him. That one just looks more like Robin to me. And if you have noticed by any of the figures that I've been messing around with, I prefer the kind of darker, scarier versions of everything. We've got the death metal Batman, Vampire, and Robin King here. We do have the normal version of Selina Kyle, but I kind of like the darker themed characters a little bit. So we've got a lot more stuff to unbox. Stay tuned. If you could, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. It does wonders for the channel. Subscribe and turn the notifications on so you don't miss the next video. Don't forget to tell somebody you love them, and I'll see you next time. God bless.